As comic fans around the world into one comic community. We support the just pay and recognition of these comic creators, comic fam. Because comics are for everyone. It's 10 p.m. Eastern, live from the United States to Australia. This is the Not Near Mint Show.
Welcome to the Not Near Mint Show, everybody. It is the 137th episode, the last episode of the, well, not the year, but of the month of March. So we have a very special guest for you. It is the very first guest we ever had on the show, way back before I even had somebody on the show that was, a special guest or a host. We wound up having Rina and Lady Fantastic. And our show has grown a bit since then, since that was episode 9, and that was back in October of 2019. So she has a new book. The name of the book is Acceptance in Ice. This is a sequel from the book that she just put out a few years back, Isle of the Dark. And she also put out something else in the meantime. And this was Isle of Winternox. And this came out, I believe.
Oh, I need that one.
We're going to let her talk about these and her new book. Her name is Rina Brown. Let's bring her in. Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
And hi, Ace.
How are you all?
We have a real unicorn in the group.
Because Ace is iconic. And we do hope that we are just as epic as Ace seems to think that we may be. And we even have X11 Bravo Comics in the house. I guess that's one of your friends. We even have Rose Gray. Hi, Rose. And true love over here. We have like two YouTubers. Kate, happy belated birthday, my friend. And Karina, make sure that you sub her up as well. And we're going to be talking about the book. So, Karina, you have this new book out. Since the last time you've been on the show, let me bring up some of these little banners that we have here because it's been some time. So your first show with us was way back in episode 9, October of 2019. It's been 3 years since your last appearance. What have you learned most in that time as an author and even traveling the country? What have you learned? What's it been like?
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, I cannot believe that it has been almost 3 years since we did that first show. That was still my first YouTube appearance as well. I think other than maybe doing some voiceover work for Burning, for Cade. But like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been 3 years. Oh goodness. What I've learned the most, I think, is just you. Oh, all right. I gotta think about this for a second. I think the thing that I've learned the most is when you figure out things as you go, it's really just figuring out things as you go along. I'm trying to figure out a way to phrase this better, but my brain's not quite working.
We do late shows.
There's been so much that has come with the journey and learning how to all the behind the scenes, because like at face value, it's like, oh, it's selling books. You go online and you buy one. But for me on my end, it's a lot of tracking and pulling numbers and receipts and expenses. And there's a lot of it that when I first walked into it, I realized I wouldn't have to do. And learning piece by piece, it's helped me not only to stay, more organized, but it's helped me become a better author and seller. And every little thing that I've done and changed in my routine and that I've learned has helped me to get here. So I don't think there's any one specific thing. I think it's just pay attention to what comes your way and learn from past mistakes and past experiences and get better at it.
So what was the first when you made these appearances going around the country, what was it like the first time that you made an appearance?
Oh goodness, I was scared. You guys remember my first live show with John? How basically I just let John do all the talking and I was over here quietly in the corner. That's kind of how it was being live. Because like with you guys and the community, I know all of you. So I can talk to you guys fairly easily. But walking into my first bookstore and not knowing anybody, we actually had to create this scheme because I was too scared to go talk to people. So I had a basket of chocolates and I would walk around the store with this basket of chocolates and be like, "Hey, I'm an author visiting from out of town. Would you like a chocolate because I'm here today?" And they would, and then, it would kind of be the incentive of, "Oh, I better ask this girl where she's from." And that would kind of get the dialogue rolling. But I mean, it was truly amazing. I mean, you think that you're prepared for experiences like that and going out to these places when really you're not. So it was both nerve-wracking and really exciting at the same time.
That's awesome, dude.
So,
yeah.
Go ahead, lady.
I was just saying, like, not a lot of people can do that or will put themselves in a position to do that because you have to make yourself vulnerable, and we don't like being vulnerable, but it takes a lot of actual bravery to be vulnerable. So I think that's pretty awesome of you, dude. Proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I have a huge support group. I have, oh my gosh, all of you guys and family. I sit there and I think about, oh my gosh, what if I just walked into one of these bookstores alone? What would I do? Because because my brother filmed a lot of it for the tour videos that went up on my mom's channel, and then my mom is floating around in the background helping me set everything up. So it's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm an editor.
Yeah.
My editor, yes.
You got
awesome.
super mom. You don't have a mom, you have a super mom.
Absolutely, 100%. Yes.
Your editor, your agent, and I mean, most people that are not just into comics, but just writers, people that are into reading, we're mostly introverts. We're not the type of people that go up to people and just start talking to them out of the blue, unless it's mutual things that we're into. Right. As a writer trying to confront somebody else and just go, "Hi, I'm from out of town. So how did that work out?"
It worked out.
You wind up modifying that over time?
I did, yeah. I would say the first time I was definitely very, very nervous. Just because I didn't really know how to approach people. I mean, it's like I had my little basket of chocolates, but I didn't know really how to approach people as they were kind of passing through. It definitely got better the more I did it. Because by then, I'm somebody who looks for little quirks. I do this at work all the time. I'll look for like cues or quirks or something like that just to create a dialogue and, throw some humor in there so that it's not this awkward dead space. And I ended up doing that when approaching people at bookstores as well. It's like I actually had one of them there was two of them outside, but I was on a street edge for one of them in Florida. So it was just people walking by. And if I could get them to buy the book, then they would go inside and purchase and then all this stuff. So I'm literally standing on this corner street as people are walking past with this tray of chocolates. And if anybody kind of just bothered to stop by, or I go, "Hey, it's hot out. You want a chocolate?" Just little stuff. So, well, and it was really cool. Quick segue. There's a toffee shop that sat next to the bookstore on this. Oh yeah, that's the one that did end up pouring rain. So yeah, the first hour it was super sunny and super hot.
You're on a street corner in the rain.
Yeah.
That's dedication, bro.
Exactly.
We we left.
Better
We had
buy this book.
all the books up and and we had to park around the corner because it was like kind of one of those strip mall deals like on the road. So we had to like run to the car and get it all loaded up. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's what I was saying. There was like a fudge toffee shop that sat right next to the bookstore, and they saw me outside, and I actually ran out of chocolates because I was just handing them out, trying to give incentive to people, and so she actually brought me a tray of their sampled fudges,
That is
and
awesome.
she's like, hey, listen, if you tell people that these are from our shop, we will let you hand these out for your book. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? She's like, yeah, just give the tray back at the end of the day.
Oh, a team up.
No, it was so crazy.
2 birds, 1 stone.
That is so cool.
Here's this crappy table on the street in the rain. Have fun, kid.
Yeah, no, the rain did kind of put a damper. At that point, there was like a whole bunch of people in the bookstore. So when it had started to rain, I kind of switched gears and went inside. But like my whole display was like under this canopy right outside the door. Oh yeah. Kate was always looking at me. He's like, why wouldn't people get the book? You just gave them a whole bunch of chocolate.
My
But the chocolate was just the Hey!
Yeah, my copy. Get your copy if you haven't read it.
So, but yeah, I mean, absolutely crazy. And each one was different. There was one in Texas that did outside. The one in Florida was outside. And then the rest of them were actually inside, like by their front doors and such. So each of them were slightly different. So it was kind of a different environment and a different circumstance every time I went in. Like one in Texas, I was outside the doors, but the way it was set up is I was facing this huge, it was like a courtyard, and there was all these shops surrounding this courtyard. And people were coming in and out of the bookstore. So I was kind of having to watch both sides to make sure I wasn't missing people as they went by. But that one was actually the most successful because several people stopped off and listened to my author speech. So at one point I had like this whole group of people around the table, and I remember starting to panic because I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many people standing here watching me. I cannot mess this up. But it was really cool because like one girl, she stopped by and she's like, hey, can I like take a picture with you? And she bought the book, and she's like, I want to take a picture with you because when you blow up, I want to show people like, hey, I actually know this person. So that was like so surreal.
Nice.
Because you don't think about stuff like that.
It's awesome, dude. So you've written in fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If someone kidnapped you and forced you, since they said like, I'm not going to return you home until you write a book in a genre other than fantasy, what book would that be? What genre would that be?
Oh, golly. Probably, well, because I know I don't want to write fantasy forever. I actually have several books like on back burners that are in different genres. Probably the next list for me would be just regular. Like I have one that I think I want to do after I finish the Isle of the Dark series. That's a standalone. It's just like regular fiction. I don't exactly know what the category is called, but it's just like standard everyday fiction.
Modern day fiction.
Yeah, it's not romance or anything. It's more of just like a family story type deal.
Okay.
But I think romance definitely, because like I've put hints of romance in, I mean, with like Ranger and Francine in both of these books, and in one of the other books that I'm hoping to release sometime this year, Sinner. There's actually kind of like a teenage crush thing going on throughout the book. So it's like, oh no, I'll probably try and dabble with a romance novel at some point. But
All right.
Or true crime, hard boiled.
Hey, there you go. A good mystery.
sci-fi.
I love
Romantic
Sherlock
sci-fi.
Holmes. So
That'd be
there
awesome.
could be a mystery book in there somewhere.
So 15 minutes in, and we haven't talked about what acceptance in ICE is about. So what exactly is acceptance in ICE? How about you tell people what's in store for them when they go to read this?
Sorry, apologize for the green screen trying to like delete the video or delete the image quality. So Acceptance in Ice is the sequel to the first book, and it continues to follow Ranger and Isle a couple of years after the setting of the first one. And there we go. All right, that's a lot better.
Just have to duck your head around a little.
Yeah, I keep my camera's inverse, so I keep wanting to lean the other way. Hi, how's it going? So the second one takes place a couple years after, and it shows a little bit about how their life has changed since they started their partnership. And then they get a summons. They get a summons to take a royal family back home. But it wouldn't be much of an adventure storybook if a little bit of disaster didn't occur. And ultimately, they find themselves faced against a situation of betrayal. There's a lot of deception, and there's a huge mystery surrounding around an unwanted throne. You learn a lot about Ranger's heritage, and there is a lot of intense battles. If I lean a little bit more further this way, you can see one of the digital pieces that Harmony Garbage Ham Sandwich has done for the launch. And this is actually portraying, if I lean this way, this is actually portraying one of the battles that you see happening in the book. So I was really happy with this one because like the first one was the launching of their great friendship, but the second one and eventually the third one, it really follows more of their dynamic now as kind of a partnership, but also a father-son dynamic. And you get a lot more of them and what they see and what they feel, and they understand each other. Like there's quite a few scenes where you just have the two of them look at each other and they know like they're on the same page. And I feel like writing that dynamic between the both of them while also still giving them their individual moments throughout the book was just it for me was a lot of fun, and I'm really happy with how this turned out.
So just as Sharon is putting here, Life with Two YouTubers, lots of battles, monsters and swords and skites.
Absolutely. There's a big part of my side.
But we even have a video that we were trying to get arranged before the show started. Would you like to cue this up and give the audience a little taste of what they're about to see?
Let's do it to it. So this is the official book trailer. We did a little one for Isle of the Dark way back when. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Cade. His video editing skills have come so far in the couple of years that he's been on YouTube.
I totally agree.
It is so trippy watching him put that stuff together because it's kind of like the behind the scenes. It's so crazy watching him work because he knows his program so well that he'll just go click 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 click, and it looks like oh my gosh, but it looks like he's clicking the same buttons, but every time he clicks the buttons something slightly changes, and it's like you can't tell that it's changed. Like this button doesn't actually mean that this effect has taken hold, but he knows exactly what it does. And so as you watch it and you see like images fade in and out, he actually has to do a manual, like he has to tell the program to do fades.
Yes.
And like doing voiceovers, it's like multiple strands of like the video and the audio. So watching him put like multiple sounds top of each other. He just had like
maps.
Yeah,
massive bars everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It is incredible.
It gets complicated,
Just one out of place can throw everything out of whack.
It's the same thing with gene sequences when they linearize it, and I'm not even fucking with you, but yeah.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna play the sequence. Audience, enjoy.
Yes.
Sorry, my lord, but we must leave immediately.
Of course. A summons from the king himself is a substantial occurrence.
Let's move out!
We must get to the pass.
We need to go.
You have Ashton's eyes.
That's why the scythe wouldn't harm you. You are our king.
A position I have no interest in taking.
I ask my prayer be heard. Yuna, by your graces, have them all returned to us safely.
Are you claiming the throne?
And what if I am?
Do you really think he'll be able to provide us aid?
Oh yes, I will.
You don't need to kill him.
A position I have no interest in
You're
taking.
the enemy.
That's why
I
the
shouldn't
scythe
even
wouldn't
be
harm
here. I ask my prayer be heard.
I'm not stopping until I find him.
Spirits
Have them all returned to us
A
safely.
position I have no interest in
Death's
taking.
king.
Are you ready to make everything official?
I am.
Way to go, Kate. That is, as 11 Bravo said, that is some sick editing. That looks great.
That was great.
Hell yeah, man. Great job,
You
dude.
did a great job.
Yes. So, you... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, it really does an amazing job. Yeah.
Comics. You been reading any?
Not recently, no. As a matter of fact, my mom's been trying to get me to read a couple of different novels because I work mornings, and then when I come home, there's generally stuff that like I've been prepping for shows and I've been prepping for the book launch. So and once everybody's home, we all sit down and we all hang out together. So I haven't had much time to read. So I've actually been trying to read a couple of novels recently because it does help with, like, oh, this author does their writing style and, the grammar and the punctuation and pizzazz. So I have not been able to pick up a comic recently, but I would like to.
It's all right. We forgive you.
Some of us around here have stacks about this high that we.
That's cool, Sharon. Yeah.
I don't, because I read everything.
Yeah,
Ace is better than us.
I was gonna say what you just showed, that comparison, that's about our collection. So I mean, we have our one legendary short box, the one that we won actually on John's channel and Blank Comic Warriors. God, my brain does not want to work tonight.
Oh wow, it's all good. It's late for all of us.
We love John. I just got his package in the mail just the other day, so if he's watching this, thank you. I'll open this a little bit later. I already know what it is. It's a Crisis on Infinite Earths trade paperback. I might have read it.
Oh,
very nice, very nice.
So, are there any parting words that you'd like to leave us with when it comes to this new novel that you've got coming out?
Oh goodness. Well, my Wi-Fi is being spotty, so I don't know if you can see me right now because I can't see myself. Okay, perfect.
We can.
So, words. honestly, I just want to say a huge thank you because I have a huge support group. I mean, like I've known all of you guys for years, and there's so many people like in the chat and on Instagram, like Old Wolf. Old Wolf always creeps in and he takes people's posts and he puts them up on his story and doesn't say a word. You know, and I mean, it's just all of you guys and all of you guys, cheering me on and giving me the support because I mean, if I didn't have that support base, I probably would have stopped doing this a long time ago because it's like if nobody cares, what's the point? So it's really just a huge thank you to you guys. And I'm really excited for everybody to see the sequel because I think that I've grown as a writer in the last couple of years, and I'm really excited for it. So thank you.
And you've had more than a few episodes that you've had appearances on, so don't be a stranger. We're going to have you back on the show, and you can hang around. We're going to be showing some books.
Yeah.
But one last question. We do want to thank you. Where can people find you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So you can actually find my website. My website has everything. It's www.rinabrownauthor.com. I have my merchandise up on there, which is like one of these ones. This is another new art piece that Harmony did. We also have exclusive art up there right now, which Harmony did hand-drawn scenes from the book. And it's only one panel. That's it. So once you get it, it's gone. And 2 have sold out already, and only 2 more remain. So if you want like your exclusive one of a kind scenes from the book, you need to head over there and get it. And then my Instagram is just Rina_Brown_author. I'd say that's where most of my I'm terrible about social media. Like I'm terrified of Snapchat and Twitter, so I don't want to poke those with like a 10-foot pole. And my Facebook
don't
is
feel
linked
bad.
to my
I don't mess with Twitter either.
So I am not very tech savvy. Which can prove to be hard publishing books in a digital world, but here we are. But yeah, most of my feed and all of my Instagram, you'll see, updates, or you'll just see something goofy like one of my cats. I have 5. There's plenty of fodder with them in my phone for pictures.
We always love the cat picture.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Well, Ben, we're all really proud of you, and we celebrate the successes that you have. So, just happy to see you keep doing your thing, dude.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me on. I was sitting there because you said it was 3 years, but like I was still over here thinking like it'd only been like 2 or like 1.5, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how
time flies.
3 in October, yeah.
We're getting old when you have a pandemic.
Well, it's like I turned 21 next
yet.
week.
Party on, Wayne.
Right?
We're about to get into the next segment of our show here. It's called our comic book therapy. I don't know if you wound up picking up anything, or maybe even Karen did, or even Kate. But if there's something that you want to show, you can hang around and show it, or just keep showing your book.
Hey, I can just like keep flashing it across the screen if my green screen wouldn't
It's perfect now.
But yeah, no, I want to see what you guys have because Caroline was already teasing that she's got some good stuff for the show tonight. So I think I'm going to stick around and I'm going to banter with you guys if that's all right.
Please do.
Love it.
Yeah,
all right.
More than welcome.
So here we go. This is our comic book therapy session. Here we go.
I'm going to get what I want.
Christ.
Comic books. Comic books. Comic books.
my god.
Comic books.
Let's get some
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 Comic books.
Oh, I love it.
I love the fact that I did that about a year ago, and I wound up having David Pepos. He just finished Scouts Honor, so I just did a picture of all of them, and here he is writing for Marvel.
So cool.
Comic book.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
All right, who got what and where?
Michael might be right on that. I'll stick around. Rena might regret those words.
Run,
where'd y'all go?
run.
Who wants to go first?
Ace or Kirk, did y'all get anything?
I didn't get anything today.
Nope.
All right.
Not today.
Then I'm going.
Right.
This is my
let's see
stack
what
size.
you got.
This one came in the mail.
Is that a mini chunk?
Yeah, it's a Biba chunk.
That's
It's
so pretty.
a quasi chunk. I know. It's Russell Doberman.
I want the Storm one.
He's been doing.
That's the one I
I got
want.
it. I have the Storm one. I have the Storm one.
I know.
And I have the Black Widow one. And I have the Scarlet Witch one. I have the Wolverine one.
She's
And
setting up.
There's a wolf one? Nice.
yeah, there's a Wolverine one, and there's some other ones too, but I'm not gonna say, because they're not out yet. But I'll show them.
don't
I
have
got
a
Silver
Black Bolt
Surfer,
one, so I don't care.
Rebirth. I wanted the A cover, but this was the only one left, so I.
Is this a new series?
Yeah. Silver
Nice.
Surfer
I
Rebirth.
like to have a Scabby one.
Got this Hulk Grand Design variant of the 340.
Ooh, that's clean. Yep, I want.
Yeah.
That was a must.
I also got the Hulk number 5. I got the shade one. I love the shade ones. Just because, like, so here's that. But then, like, I think a week or two ago, I got the Ghost Rider one. I love my shades. The shade ones are cool. And then I picked up the Animal Castle B cover.
Always getting the good ones.
Number
what's up,
4.
Jeff?
I order the B covers, and I always seem to get the A cover.
I can only find the B covers. They had a Fantastic Four 129 at the LCS. I had one, but I was
like your fifth copy.
I was like, in a second.
Hey, just like me, I wound up giving it away to a friend.
And issue 228. I didn't have this one. These are just filler. Issue 229.
A clean cover.
Yeah, some of these.
I've never seen any of these covers. I've never seen this one.
Yeah, so Sinkovich is on this. See, it says Sin and then Senate.
No. Dang.
Yeah, these are some that Bill Sienkiewicz or whatever.
Is he doing the internals or the?
Or
he did
I'm
the
not sure
front
if he
cover.
did. He worked on the fronts for sure, the covers for sure. He may have inked or penned some of the interiors. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
254. Just needed this, like I said.
Oh, nice.
Fillers, and then also got Fantastic Four.
So this is Kane.
Yeah, part 3.
That's clean.
I needed this one because I had issues 1, 2, and 4. This was the only one I was missing, so I finally got the. I think it's annual 25. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So.
That's a nice
I
cover.
got that a few weeks ago, and yeah, and I just got something that you just got a few weeks ago.
Okay. Well, and then I got 2 more left, and they're cool.
What's up, J Hood?
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Giant
What's up,
size
Al?
Spider-Man and Dracula.
Ain't that like the first time that John Byrne worked on a Marvel title?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's awesome to me. Yeah.
Perfect to me.
Yeah.
You have it and it's complete. It's perfect.
Bit of a miswrap, but
So many of them did.
So am I.
So many.
I'm a bit of a wrist wrap. And then
Yeah.
see a white dot there?
Oh, hey! Oh my gosh!
Yep.
You lucky son of a gun! Hey, I'm Tori.
When I got that same issue a while back, I was trying to scrape off that white
I
dot,
knew
not knowing
that.
what the hell it was. Let's see that again. And that's just how it came.
Erase it.
I have now I have one that's the white dot variant, and I have one that is the clean reg not variant.
Oh, see, I think we have that one, but that one doesn't have the dot. I think we have the regular one.
Yeah, you have the regular one. I have the one that Night Tiger gave us was regular one. But then today on the wall they have the white dot. They had the white dot one and I nabbed it. Yeah, and that's my chunk. That's my chunk. The white dot is a plot point. Shut up. You're the plot point.
Actually, that's bears another good question.
Great chunk. Oh no! How are you doing that? That is awesome.
No, he's just messing. Oh
I know, but it hurts my heart. It feels like I'm coming home, Edith. I'm coming home.
Just playing. Oh my god! Look, I'm looking at you.
Way.
I love this.
Oh, wait a second.
That's
Wait,
really cool.
lady,
Oh,
hold
that's
on,
a great
lady. What's
cover.
going on here?
Coming in.
I don't know.
Hello, a Moon Knight.
We got a Moon Knight on our hands.
I think someone watched Moon Knight today and might have a thought.
I
Are
have
you
no
into
thought.
it?
You have a thought?
Do you like it, Ace?
I've
like
never had
it.
a thought ever in my life. Please don't accuse me of such things.
Yeah.
So I think most of us have seen it. I'm not going to spoil anything. I liked it, especially the ending, but Ace liked it.
The ship sinks.
Might even make Ace read some Moon Knight.
Maybe.
Never gonna happen.
No.
Leonardo
It's a miracle.
DiCaprio dies.
He has a moon-shaped cape. You don't read capes.
All right.
Right, so I could pull out real quick what I got from Mr. myself over here. Here's what I got from Mr. John.
Ooh.
You know him as, well, he hosts a tiny little show. Not many people watch. It was something called Comic Gourds. And I seem to have done something on that show that wasn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, holy shit, in the time since the last
What did you do?
The time since the last week, we had a whole Oscar ceremony where there were some good speeches, but now the only thing we can talk about is somebody assaulting somebody else. But hey, look what I got right here. It's kind of taped to it. I'm cool with that. Let's see. Get this out some.
Oh, no pull tab.
Yes, take down.
Tisk.
There's the pull tabs because he put things in.
Nice.
So here we
Where'd
go.
Ace
Got
go?
book untaped. Ace is coming right back. I see them signing right back on. All right, here we go. I think I got it off. Here we go. It is still taped. A lot of tape.
Oh God, Rob.
You need like a letter opener to cut around the rims.
He also taped this to it.
You are number one.
I am number one for winning Comic Gories that 1 week.
Hell yeah.
But it's just 1 week because, he sent actual comics with it. I didn't even see this here.
Ooh, there's more.
There we go. All right. So we got Mighty Valkyries, issue number 1.
It's good.
Oh, it's such a good read.
Oh, you have that. No, maybe.
Or issue 13. I definitely have this. I think I have like the other covers. I don't know if I have a cover A, but I'll take a look later. Which reminds me, I didn't show this just the other week. I got a bake box from Unruly Simeon, and let me just show that real quick.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Says he'll be right back, only turns around.
What happened?
You said like you'll be
Oh,
right back.
it is.
Turn
I'm
around.
that
And
fast.
You like
I'm like the Flash. I didn't even have to go
for a
anywhere.
second.
I got a die number 1.
Very cool.
I got a
Bloody cover.
Sharky number 1. Nice
Oh,
little,
I love that cover.
sketch variant. Outer Darkness number 3. I have 1 and 2.
Ooh.
I didn't have the 3.
Never heard of this.
Then we have, for someone else, I might give this away to Tacoma because I'm not a Star Wars fan, but Dr. Afra. And we got, I should know this trader's name. Or, he's a trader. So, yeah. He works with the smuggling community. I can't remember his name. Drop the name in the chat, everybody. Here is the Flash. This is Abracadabra. I didn't have this one, so I'm thankful for that. We have some of these here that I'm not 100%. This is a X-Men X of Swords number 20. This is the Virgin variant.
That's a sick cover.
Goody. The next one here is pretty damn good. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, issue 10. I need a 9, but I think Ace got me on the 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a Teeth Tuesday cover right there. That's nice.
But the last one is the one I like the most, and there's some reasons. And that reason might be David Nakayama.
Oh,
check out that signature.
That's kick ass, dude.
That is a beautiful cover, dude.
And it's Storm, dude. It's the bomb.
The god of the universe. The goddess of the universe, I should say.
We try not to keep anything down, especially when you're working like 18 hours a day some days. And Jeff got a roll, ladies and gents. Good seeing you, Jeff. Thank you so much for coming out to the show over there in windy old Chicago.
So, Jeff, it was good seeing you.
And yes, some Buffy. Let's see, just getting through the chat. And issue 10, Buffy killed vampire. All right, so let's get to the comics that came out today. I'll be right back.
That big old chunk.
Oh, he actually had to get up there.
This was the furthest one. It's the smallest stack. Here we go. What I got is this. Newburn, issue number 5. There's a backup story. You might want to check that out. Next up, The Righteous Taste or Thirst of Vengeance. I think this is issue 6. I don't know. I'm kind of a couple issues behind. Something is killing the adults because we don't want things happening to no children. But hey, it's back. What was that?
I was asking if that was the newest one.
Yes.
I may have to get my paws on that one.
Just came out today. It's been a few months since it's come out. Now, this is the cover A to Spawn. It was supposed to be a McFarlane cover, but instead, it's the Barons. Bjorn Barons. I'll take the Bjorn Barons. Thank you. Another Spawn because it's the B cover.
You have a problem.
I do. Someone please trade me some good comics for my long box Spawn. Animal Castle.
Somebody please take the Spawns from him.
Animal Castle number 4. This copy is going to be going to Lady. I'm putting that in another pile right now. Next
Rob
up.
thinks I get the best versions of it, so it's like, dude, okay, fine. If you want this Mussolini Animal Castle, then I'll give you the Mussolini Animal Castle.
That's the version that is the Francavilla, and I want Francavilla. I order the Francavilla, I get the other cover. I don't know how.
Yeah, the other one I have is Francavilla as well, right?
Yep, I have 2 issues already in a stack for you, coming very soon. Here is the first appearance. It's only a cameo in modern in continuity. Venus de Milo. You saw her in a movie, and then we didn't talk about her anymore because there were reasons. Here is TMNT, the annual that just dropped today, I think, or it might have been even last week. Hey, 2 TMNTs in 1 week. I'm not going to complain.
I don't know why, Michael, because he has a sickness.
I am. So, Michael, I'm an alcoholic. And because of that reason, I
No,
transfer
no
my addictions to
excuse
other
to buy
things.
Spawn.
So
No,
I
no.
find it very difficult.
Not an excuse to buy Spawn. Even alcoholics don't buy the amount of Spawns you buy. Oh, that one's pretty big now.
Alcoholics are smarter. They spend money on shit. All right, so yeah, this one is a bit big today. I put it in my lord because I have a bunch. I ordered for Comic Clear. I put in ordering for 2,000.
That one looks really
This
neat.
is the comic skin. Comic skins are nice, but the reason why this thing is blowing up today is because it was allocated for the East Coast. So if you're in New York or Jersey or Florida or Tennessee or West Virginia, you're probably okay. But you're over in Oregon or California, you might have some trouble getting it. But if you're friends with somebody on the East Coast, there's places that have stacks. It's not like they were under. Well, it was said by Sean Murphy that this thing was underprinted. I think it was just an allocation issue. So who knows? I don't know. I'm a robaholic, and you don't see me buying trash like Spunk because you're a smart man, Michael, and I am clearly not.
Don't say such lies about Michael.
Still waiting for the Todd Father to revive the Shadow in an animated series similar to the Spawn series. I love that Spawn series, so I would agree. All right, here is DC versus Vampires. This is Nightwing as a vampire. I'm digging that. I'm not quite digging the price point on this, but this is a pretty badass cover B for a sensational Wonder Woman special #1. It's thick. The only way that this would fit in a comic bag is with those thick comic bags. $10 price point.
Oh.
Not as bad, $5.99. This is the Shadow War Alpha, and I've been hearing good things about this story, so I am on board to see what that looks like. What I'm truly on board about is Swamp Thing getting extended to 16 issues. And here is War for Earth 3. This has been running through the Teen Titans Academy and some of the other different titles that have been going on, so all right, those were the DC titles. Let's go on to the Marvel because I got some back issues. I'll be right back. Hey, now that I'm back, thank you for that commercial break. Oh, so I wasn't gone long.
Should we start calling you Barry Allen?
I know this guy.
No, I'm like the turtle.
Nerdle turtle.
She likes big bags, and I cannot lie. Well, you other brothers can't deny. I got some amazing Spider-Man. Oh my! And more amazing Spider-Man because the last issue came out today because this is a jumping off point. But I'm going to be getting this. I was not planning on getting the Gleason cover because they didn't have it shown for FOC, but it was a nice cover.
Oh shit!
Wow.
That's ill.
I like it. $5.99. If it was one of those $10.99 books, hell no, I would not be doing that. But you know what I am doing? Because, okay, Bill Foster is played by Lawrence Fishburne. He's coming out in a new movie. Might not be a bad idea to pick this up. Black Goliath #1, the second appearance of the Black Goliath.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
Oh, hey, we got John's Comic with Friends in the house. I just showed this a minute ago. Your Crisis on Infinite Earths, along with, oh, what is this? I don't know what this is. Could this be I think I got something. I'm not going to wear this. I'm not going to wear this the rest of the episode. Only a douchebag would do that, right? So I'm not going to wear this at all for the rest of the episode. Yeah, no, I don't want people to realize that. Oh, who else do we got? Dusty's still here, and Life. Just making sure that everybody gets seen because that's important to me. Just like Captain Marvel, it's important to be seen because this is a new storyline Holy shit, this series has been going strong. 37 issues. I mean, there's another book that came out today that can't quite say that because they weren't selling it. But Dark Ages #6 is not one of those books. This has been getting a lot of hype, a lot of great storylines, and we get some Miles Morales in the future. I've got some Fantastic Four fillers and one that's a kind of sort of key. Here's an issue 106. The next issue would be the second appearance of Nihilus. I need that. 32. This is the first full appearance of Omega, the Unknown, or the Ultimate Assassin, or some shit like that. Random bullshit, go! Moon Knight, watching people. All right, here's another Fantastic Four filler issue, but they're fun, good issues. That's what I'm getting. Another issue of Fantastic Four World Collision. All right, now we're back to the issues that just came out today. Ghost Rider, issue 2. Make sure you're on board for the issue 3. You don't want to miss out on that. It has an awesome cover with a Mack truck with teeth coming right at you. Coming right at you. Next up, Incredible Hulk by Jim Rugg. This is going to be badass. Only 2 issues, and much like Grand Design X-Men, they're kind of remixing the Hulk so you know the entire story because it's simply written. All right, here's that variant cover, and when I saw what Ed Piskor was doing with this, I had to do it. Metal. And thanks, Roy Kirk. Yeah, that 106. That 106 is a really super nice thing. Like an 8 ball. Here is Hulk #5 because we can't have quite enough Hulk. So much Hulk, I had to do it twice with a nice little shady cover. Slim, not quite. He's bulky, he's green, he's mean, and he has a mouth. Can't say that about Xenu, fake Hulk. Iron Fist. We got a first appearance of some sort of here. This is the variant cover. Wow. Oh, I didn't get the regular cover. Didn't see it. Thought I ordered it. Hey, I didn't get this the day it came out years ago, so I got it today. It's the Pet Avengers with Lockjaw. Lockjaw sounds like this.
Oh,
Don't do that. Hurts, right? All right, Silk. We get the. I don't do the Carnage covers, but it's an Inyook Lee, and this is super freaking cool. Here is Miles Morales, issue 36, and you're going to want to be on board with this series because I think in issue 38 you're going to be having a future storyline with Billy, his sister, who's going to be like a general in the army or something. And Salim is going to be some criminal overlord in a really badass costume that I think Miles should replace because this is terrible. I worked in fashion, folks. I mean, look at this mug here. You would never know. But yeah, I worked in fashion, and this is fucking terrible. Take it from somebody that's #1. Silver Surfer Rebirth. This has been a fun little series here. I still kind of like Black more, but let's see how this wraps up. Spider-Woman. There was so many first appearances in this. Different spider characters, female spider characters, first appearances, first covers, first costumes, and canceled.
Ooh.
But I was digging it. But, anything that I like, as the Ukrainians know today, we can't have nice things all the time because, when you have nice things, it can be taken away. Why am I comparing war? I should not be doing that. We're dealing with comic books here, people. Comic books. Here's Thor. This is that issue that kind of blew up during the middle of the pandemic, whereby, for some reason, people were going, hey, this is the new Loki. What? Why? Female. She's female. Yeah, one panel. It blew up. $15 today. The X-Men books. Immortal X-Men. This is going to be a fun little thing because, hey, it's all about Sinister. And we like a fabulous Sinister. There is excellent number 2. This should be a fun little storyline. And this one is the only reason to pick this up is because holy shit, Hickman is writing an X-Men book. So yep, I will pick that up, please. And those were all the comic books that came out today, along with some extra stuff. Now I think we did this all in about an hour's time, so this way we can all get to bed and look forward to a new episode coming next week. And next week, I don't know, I think we're going to have somebody. Who might that be? We have next week on episode 138, Doug Wagner. He is the creator of Plastic and Vinyl. Vinyl just finished up. That was the series about a serial killer that was best friends with an FBI agent as he was slowly losing his mind from dementia. It was one of my favorite books from last year leading into this year, and he has a new project coming out. We're going to be talking about all that stuff next week. So let's go around the room and see what's coming up. Rena, is there anything that you're going to be appearing on or looking forward to in the next week?
Yes, actually, a couple of different things. I am going to do a show with Cookie, just a little podcast. We are going to be recording that tomorrow afternoon, but I think he has a couple of shows in between before ours goes live, but I'm really excited for that. And then, of course, Monday is the book launch, so make sure to tune in. We're hosting it on Cage Channel. Going to be Burning Block About 99, and it's going to be at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so that's 8 Eastern. It's going to be 8 Eastern time. But we have a ton of guests coming on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. I can't wait for that. I am definitely going to be there. 8 o'clock I can handle. 6 o'clock on a Monday might be difficult, but 8 o'clock Eastern time, I can swing that.
I just had this real quick. Yeah, my mom found it. Ours does not have the magic dot, but we do have one of the Moon Knight covers.
Oh, I don't see you at all.
You see the art right now.
Here, okay, now we try it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, yeah, if I hold it, if I hold it against me, yeah, but mine does not have the magic dot.
Yeah, no magic dot. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I guess with no magic dot, that means that you completely missed the plot point that happens inside. Isn't that right, Michael Emond?
Boom, boom, boom. All right.
Wah. Lady, anything coming up on your channel or any auctions?
You and I may go live Friday, Saturday at 1 p.m. on Southern Comic Geeks channel. We're doing an auction, and 1 p.m. Central Time. And other than that, no, I'm good. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for having me on. I had fun.
No, I'm good.
So sleepy.
Ace, I could ask what's going on the Twitter sphere, but I'm going to guess.
I'm going to be ranting about a bunch of random bullshit, and that's about it.
Yep, and just like Moon Knight, random bullshit. Go! And for people that don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, just look up Moon Knight memes because there's going to be a lot more to be added because of this show. The show's fun. After the show, watching, go check out Disney Plus to check out Comics on the Mind. Anything coming up on your channel or making it good?
Nothing the rest of this week. If you have not checked out the show I did with Hood Rat Comics, we do a show every other Monday. That's called the Monday Night Comic Book Jive, where we talk about the books we spec on, and then Dan gives these awesome breakdowns of just history. That's all I feel. It's the only way I can put it. Come check us out every Monday at 8 o'clock West Coast time. So if you're up late on the East Coast, come check us out. You always on the rewind though. But besides that, I ain't got nothing else coming up this week.
All right. Well, that's been another episode of Not Near Mint, and I want to thank everybody out there for joining to watch our show. All you people out there that watch live, we love you so much for tuning in week to week. all you replay viewers that listen to this on the drive to work in the morning, thank you so much for coming. And just one last thing, you might want to check out a little guy by the name of Miami Fresh Comics. You can find him over at Miami Fresh Comics on Instagram. This is where I get all my comics. The stuff that you saw tonight, these Fantastic Fours. I even got this amazing Spider-Man that has a Mark Jewelers in it. You can find him over there. He usually does this Thursdays at about 8:30 p.m., but now you can find him Sunday at about 11 a.m. Eastern time, and he has some great books. But otherwise, as I said earlier, we're going to be having Doug Wagner on next week, so tune in for episode 138. Thank you all so much for coming. We'll see you next week. We love you so much, folks. And, keep reading them comics because these creators put out stuff to make sure that y'all are entertained and they need to make some money. So looking at the chat again here. Have a great evening, Dusty. Have a great evening, Karina. Life with Two YouTubers. X11 Bravo. Ace. Rose Gray. Steven Spock. Everybody. If I didn't mention you, Air Spider. Thank you so much for coming. And we will be back next week. Love y'all.
Have a good night.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.